Have you ever felt like you're caught in a cycle of reading and watching self-help content, but not actually making your life any better?
Today, I'm giving you the proven system already. All you have to do is plug and play it.
You buy many self-improvement books, watch those motivational videos. Maybe you are planning to attend some overpriced seminar or money-burning workshop.
I'll never forget, these guys paid $12,000 each to sit in that chair. 3 days, I got to look at their ugly faces.
You get that quick burst of motivation and think, this is it. My life is finally going to change.
This little black box that says unique across it changed my life.
But then, just like always, the excitement fades. Weeks go by, and you're right back where you started, scrolling through options for the next $2,000 course.
You'll pay $1,068 for the year, and then for Agency Accelerator, the full price is $1,995.
The only course that promises to be the magic solution to all your problems.
And this is why you have to act now, and I want to help you get there.
Sound familiar? If you're nodding your head, then you've been caught in one of the biggest traps in the self-improvement world. A trap built by the $40 billion industry. We live in a society where self-help content and hustle culture have become super popular, but nobody really talks about the downsides.
Slaves worked all the hours they were awake for their entire lives. I think if they can do it, so can I.
I was built like a robot, that I don't need to drink, that I don't need to eat, to work 18 hours a day, and that is my competitive advantage.
If you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep.
What I've done now is I have changed and manipulated time. I now get 21 days a week.
Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with wanting to improve yourself or work hard to reach your goals. The issue is with the darker side of this industry, where your desire to improve becomes a product. You see, behind the motivational quotes and success stories is a business making huge profits from your desire to get better. It's like a giant machine pumping out books, courses, and seminars, all claiming they'll change your life once and for all. But here's the catch. A lot of it is designed to keep you hooked, always chasing the next quick fix.
If you do 700 hours of work per day, then maybe self-improvement's not good for you. If you only read self-improvement books, it's maybe not good. Shut up, bro.
So buckle up, grab a notebook, and let's dig into the truths that self-help and hustle culture don't want you to see. Trust me, if you've ever felt burnt out, broke, or stuck in the middle of nowhere, despite all the expensive courses you've bought, all the overhyped seminars you've attended, and all the overpriced workshops you've paid for, then this is worth your attention.
I'm going to show you the way, and it's really exciting on the other side. So let's get it. I'll see you on the training.
How many of you want to reach the next level? Oh, yeah.
We have all been there, feeling unhappy with where we are in life, whether it's loneliness, lack of success, or just general dissatisfaction.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt like you're selling your soul to pay the bills? I mean, listen, let's be real here. The majority of time, you don't even enjoy what you're doing, but it pays the bills. And it feels like the only option that you have.
In those moments, self-help materials feel like a lifeline, a world of advice telling you to take control and promising to pull you out of those dark places into a cycle of improvement and motivation. It's hard to resist the appeal. But here is the dirty little secret. Self-help content can give your brain a dopamine rush that quickly becomes addictive. Let me break it down. When you finish reading that shiny new self-help book or watching another motivational YouTube video, you feel amazing, like you've accomplished something big. It's like leveling up in a video game. Your brain tricks you into thinking you've made real progress. So you chase that rush, order more books, and the vicious cycle repeats. Read a book, ride the temporary motivational wave, buy more books. Over and over again, day after day. It's like a fancy slideshow of fake progress. By the time you notice, your wallet's empty, but your actual growth doesn't even come close to the mountain of content you've consumed. This is the self-help trap. Keeping yourself busy with things that feel productive, but don't lead to real change. The question is, are you going to keep chasing those quick motivation hits, letting them fool you into becoming a self-help junkie with no real progress? Speaking of how massively wealthy the self-help industry is, we need to pull back the curtain on just how huge and sometimes shady this multi-billion-dollar machine can be. In 2023, the self-improvement market was worth $41 billion, and by 2030, it's projected to skyrocket to $81 billion, growing by about 8% each year. How does it make this kind of money? By selling books, seminars, coaching services, online programs, and subscriptions.
Today, you're gonna have access to all of that for less than the price of one Flozy subscription, $995.
All under the promise of changing your life for the better.
So if you want to stop being a subordinate and finally start living a sovereign life, now is the time to take action.
As much as we want to believe these gurus truly care about our well-being, the numbers tell a different story. The ugly truth is that these brands profit most when you stay trapped in a cycle of consumption, constantly chasing progress without ever finding real fulfillment. Think about it. If their program actually solved all your problems, these brands would lose a paying customer. So there's a big incentive to keep you hunting for the next big breakthrough. Maybe it's a new diet trend, a remodeled morning routine, or some shiny new product your favorite guru is pushing this week. Before you realize it, you've maxed out your credit cards and drained your savings, but you're still no closer to lasting, meaningful progress. To be fair, not every self-help guru or program is outright malicious.
So trust me when I say that I want you to succeed as much as you do. Our incentives are aligned here.
But you'd be naive to ignore the financial motivations driving this machine. Always ask yourself, is this content actually offering unique, practical value? Or is it just keeping me hooked as a loyal, paying customer without any true breakthroughs? Don't let the illusion of self-improvement blind you to the reality of an endless, expensive, and often fruitless chase. Let's talk about one of the most toxic aspects of modern self-help culture, the glorification of non-stop grinding and hustle. Thanks to social media and the rise of online influencers, we're constantly hit with a new wave of fake entrepreneurs every day, pushing nonsense hustle cultures and workaholism. You've seen those quotes? Billionaires don't watch TV. Real bosses never sleep. Don't get me wrong, hard work is important, and achieving something meaningful does take a lot of effort over time. But the trouble starts when hustle is mostly about funneling people into overpriced courses that ChatGPT could produce in seconds for free. You've got fake Instagram entrepreneurs showing off their busy lives, acting like they're crushing it, when they're not really doing much at all. They're often just chasing attention. I mean your attention. And for the real hard workers, this hustle culture convinces them they need to work non-stop to succeed. But that's a recipe for burnout. Working without breaks, without personal time, and without a plan isn't sustainable. Sure, sometimes you'll need to push hard when chasing a goal. That's normal. But if you think working yourself to exhaustion all the time is the answer, you're setting yourself up for failure. Real success is not just about working harder all the time. It's about balance, working hard when it matters, but also taking breaks and taking care of yourself. So, it's time to ditch this toxic idea that overworking is the only way to make it. Your body, your mind, and your relationships will thank you. The sad truth is, buying into these traps will only hold you back. Years down the road, you don't want to wake up thousands of dollars poorer, stuck in the same rut, with nothing to show but a stack of self-help books and hours of motivational videos. Don't let that happen to you. And always remember the importance of balance. Yes, work hard, but don't forget to rest and recharge. The truth is, there are no shortcuts, no cheat codes to real sustainable growth.
Cheat code, the tricks, and guaranteed.
Trust me, there is no shortcut to success. Becoming successful requires consistent effort over a long time. It means course correcting and figuring out what works for you along the way. But this path gets harder if you're bogged down by debt from useless programs, bad habits from hustle culture, and distractions from overhyped quick fixes. So consider this your wake-up call, a dose of truth serum. It's the antidote to the self-help industry's scheme of selling fantasies and keeping you on an endless consumption treadmill. Which path you choose is entirely up to you, but for the sake of your future self, start looking at the self-improvement world with a more critical eye. Yes, you can turn your dreams into reality, but only if you block out the noise and avoid those whose entire business model is to exploit you.
I'd like to introduce you to my friend Benjamin.
You gotta trust somebody. Trust me on this. I got no ulterior motive. I'm not selling you anything. If you wanna go a little deeper and you want me to actually help you, text or WhatsApp me. I carry 2 phones.
And I'm gonna show you how to make the Benjamins, how to make friends with some of these guys.
When this works for you, one request, because this is a free video. My one request, can you WhatsApp me a little testimonial video?